Today I watched a woman get sawed in half from taint to temporal lobe, and that still did not put me in as much emotional turmoil as Priscilla did. Let me explain. If you haven't seen Priscilla yet, it's the newest release from Sofia Coppola. You know Sofia Coppola, who made the biopic of Marie Antoinette? Well, she made one for Priscilla Presley, based off of her memoir, Elvis and Me. Are you a child of divorce? Did your parents get divorced when you were like super young, but you didn't know all the details as to why until you were a great big grown adult? And did the information shock you so much that you look at one parent in a completely new light and the other one you can't even make eye contact with anymore? Yeah, me neither. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, I had to stop the movie in the middle to go online and read to make sure that Priscilla Presley put her seal of approval on this movie, even though she's actually technically under as a producer. But I had to doubly check and make sure she approved of this. Because if every bit of this is true, that means every adult around her failed her. She was 14. And some random airman comes up to her captain dad and asks him if him and his wife can take Priscilla to meet Elvis right outside the gate. First of all, why are you asking that? Why are you asking if you can take a random person's children out into the middle of a foreign country? Because they're in Germany at the time. And why did they agree? Like, you could have at least followed behind, maybe chaperoned, been like, yeah, she can go, but one of us has to go with her. And then both of her parents know that he is a great big grown-ass age, but apparently he likes her companionship. Like, he was going through a loss at a time because he had just lost his mom and he was still grieving, and I get that, but they didn't need to be alone together. Please, come over and have some family dinner. Oh, the whole family's going bowling. Why don't you join us? Fast forwarding, he's telling her what to wear, how to wear it, what she can and can't do. Literally, it wasn't even a proposal. He was like, I decided it's time for us to get married. She's alone all the time. He's having affairs all the time. They don't have sex. And I mean, not even in the before marriage part, because notoriously they waited. She didn't seem to want to, but it was a big deal on his end. And regardless of whether or not it's him or her, you can't force somebody. However, that is fully a conversation I think needs to have happened before you move in together. He threw a chair at her. And, after all this, she goes and interviews later on in life and tells everybody, she never remarries again because she doesn't think that she'll find anyone greater than Elvis. That she doesn't think that he would have been able to take it. They still remained close. She was really good about co-parenting, if that's what you would call it, making sure he could see Lisa Marie when he could. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if she's happy, then we should be happy, but that does not make the circumstances right. Does that make sense? In a small bit of catharsis, she received a very nice divorce settlement, $725,000 in cash payment, child support, spousal support, half of the money made off of their Beverly Hills home, and 5% of the royalties from Elvis's publishing companies. And she was like barely on the edge of 30 when she got divorced, so she had her whole life ahead of her. And still does. I mean, she's still alive. I'm just glad she was able to leave and was able to leave as safely as possible. Movie-wise, it's a solid 10 out of 10 because it's gorgeously made, and from what I hear, it's quite on par with what happened. And I did download the book, so stay tuned on that end. That's pretty much it. I'm going to bed now. Okay, bye. And I will always love you. I'm not being funny. That was at the end of the movie.